What up, everybody? This is one I kept going back to. I really had fun with it, and I wasn't really planning on posting this build, but I kind of got to the point that this game's been out so long, why keep anything a secret? Without further ado, this is actually a Necro base. So, I have one Bone Tyrant, one Ardent Flame, one Stormcaller for my subclassing. These two are kind of staple for it. And it would be more powerful on DK because of the passives that you get and all the skill buffs. I love this skill, man. And really and truly, I think it's slept on. But it does hemorrhaging, gives you a heal. The more you're getting Zerg, the more you're putting hemorrhaging and the more heals you're getting. I've actually spammed this in a Zerg and been able to survive pretty good. Right now I have Vicious Death on the front bar with Wretched on the back bar and Balorg monster set. One Piece Trainee, and then of course the Shattered Past Mythic. All infused, all protective, I've tried it a million different ways, but definitely want your end pin, and if you don't want to use Wretched, you could use Rallying Cry. It depends on your group. So if you got a group that you're optimizing and you want to run buffs, that back bar could be your buff set, and even front bar Alkosh. So it's not necessarily the set so much as it is the skill lines. So I'm gonna kind of touch into that a little more and show you a little bit on a couple of skeletons. So we'll start with the back bar because it's kind of vanilla. Got Vigor on, got your Ellie Sus for fracture and the status effect damage, which is really nice for pressure. And when you hit people and they roly-poly around, you can stop them with that. Race Against Time for your Wretched buff. Crit Surge for extra healing damage buff. Leashing Soul, that's set up for a tank. Hold on a sec. It's right here. So you would slap on a heal, reduce the cost, and then Vitality. That's a good pump heal. Temporal Guard, it is nice to kind of use it and troll people in towers and stuff. And you get minor protection. Onto the sauce, the front bar. So again, Scythe. So you kind of want to open up with your buffs and then Scythe. Incinerate. Really good for keeping that burning going, and it gives you your prophecy buff, which you need. Streak, no brainer. You get away from people if you need to stun a target before you whip them. Such a good skill, does shock damage. Love it. Hurricanes for your armor buff and a little bit of extra physical damage, and minor expedition. Such a good skill, and it gives you your passive on Stormcalling. Now this morph over the other morph is stronger, but this kind of niches with this build in which you're doing damage, it's AoE, and it's healing you. So when you open up with the Scythe and you get the off balance, you get the hemorrhaging, you hit them with this whip to proc it, and those procced whips are saucing. And if you look at the bottom, consuming all stacks as a Dragonite increases your damage done. So again, this would be optimal on a Dragonite, but if you want to play your Necro, you want to play your Sork, and you just want a little different gameplay, it's totally doable. I 5-starred this Necro with it this patch. And then Dawnbreaker for the passive. You don't have to use Ultimate a lot with this build, but it is nice sometimes to get that Dawnbreaker going with that extra dot and everything. And to maximize the Shattered Path, you only need like 80 ult. So, 85 actually, math. So just keep that in mind. It's a real easy rotation, guys. So you just freaking pop up, you buff up with that, and then all you're doing is just like, if that's your target. Wait a minute. Oh, I am a dummy. I put a Resto Staff on. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, fixed myself. Yeah, that was typical Rambo behavior, but anyway. So you go in, you light attack, hit your Ellie Sus, you notice that bleed, like look at that damage. The light attack procs the status effect, and Ellie Sus procs the status effect. So I always kind of open up with that. Then you can either streak in for the stun and then Scythe. And then once it's off balance, you just crack at them with a whip. And you just do that 5 times until they're dead. Look at the heal numbers on your character while this is going on. Like, the heal numbers are insane even in PvP. And you can keep scything to keep your 3 stacks of hemorrhaging up when your whips are down. Or you could just rotate your buffs, do this. Like, it's pretty much just dealer's choice on that. Every time you hit Sus, it'll reapply the stuff. So I kind of like doing both. Once you have your whips procced, you can streak around, do whatever. You don't necessarily have to go in. And if a player's pretty good and they're roly-polying, you can always force that Dawnbreaker into the whips too. So that's pretty much how you play it. And see right there, I'm already at 20 ult. So you'd have Dawnbreaker ticking. You get your ult back really quick. Kill a player, get 10. You'll get back to 85 to where your status effects are working pretty good. If you just really hate the new mythic, you could swap it for like Wretch or Monomyth. You could swap it for Markin. You could do whatever with that. But I figured I'd make a short and sweet video. The food I'd use would be Orzaga or Jewels of Mistral or whatever. I hope you guys enjoy it, use it, kill me with it a million times. I really do not care. Enjoy.